This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Hey, my name is Brock, this is The Modest Man, and today we're talking about some of my favorite shorter YouTubers. You've heard it before, tall men make more money, they get more dates, they always get the promotion, and there is some truth to this. You know, height bias is a real thing, unfortunately, in our society, but that doesn't mean that short men can't crush it in business and in life. So today, I want to shine the spotlight on some of my favorite shorter YouTubers who are just doing amazing things with their channels and with their lives and with their businesses, and who I think deserve every view and every subscriber that they have. Now, why focus on shorter guys? Well, I'm 5'6" in shoes, 5'5" in bare feet, and I would follow these guys even if they were taller or if I were taller, but as a shorter guy, it's nice to get advice from people who understand the struggle, who understand how hard it is to find clothes that fit, and the differences in dating and confidence and fitness when you're below average height. So whether or not you're a man of modest height, I recommend checking out all of these channels and subscribing if you're not already subscribed. Number 1, Jeff Nippert. Jeff's channel is one of the most popular and universally respected fitness channels here on YouTube. Not only is Jeff an award-winning competitive bodybuilder and powerlifter, but he just has a way of breaking down really complicated topics like diet and proper deadlift form in very approachable, easy to understand, and most importantly, scientifically backed ways. I love his demeanor, I love his laid-back attitude, and I love the fact that he really dives deep into the research and the latest scientific literature to make sure that the information that he's giving us is correct. And that's something that is rare in the fitness channel community. I especially like Jeff's Myth Bust Mondays series, where he takes these really controversial and complicated subjects like the role of dairy in our diet, and he just lays out the facts for us. Plus, at about just 5'6", Jeff happens to be a beast on the basketball court. If you haven't seen his jump shot, definitely go check that out. Number 2, Marino. Aaron is the OG of men's lifestyle advice here on YouTube. He's been making videos for a long time, and unlike a lot of channels that kind of niche down, he covers everything. Grooming, fitness, confidence, dating, style. And I think part of the reason he's been so successful is, first of all, he's prolific. He's made a ton of videos. And secondly, he covers stuff that's very vulnerable. That's very, embarrassing to talk about. Stuff that, you can't really even talk to your friends about, or maybe that your dad didn't teach you about. So, I think part of the reason that people like Aaron so much is because he is vulnerable and he covers these kind of sensitive topics. Aaron's been on Shark Tank twice. He runs multiple businesses, including Tiege Hanley and Pete and Pedro. He co-hosts the Menfluential Conference with Antonio Centeno. Aaron's about 5'6", and honestly, I don't think his height bothers him at all. Sometimes it seems like he doesn't even know that he's short. When he walks into a room, it's definitely not bothering him. He's got a lot of confidence, and he's able to maintain a really impressive physique and do a lot of things with his life and his business despite being a shorter guy. My favorite series on his channel is the Alpha M Project, where he gives makeovers to guys, with their style and their grooming. It's a very fun series, very nice production, so definitely go check that out if you haven't already seen it. Number 3, Tim DeSaint. I actually had the pleasure of meeting Tim and collaborating with him in Atlanta earlier this year, and he is just a very interesting guy. He is a citizen of France, of Japanese descent. He currently lives in Australia, and he's really, really cool. His videos have this clean, kind of modern, almost minimal aesthetic. They're very enjoyable to watch, even if you're not into men's style. And his style is so good. He's a little more fashion forward than I am. He experiments with looser silhouettes, which a lot of shorter guys have trouble pulling off, but he pulls off. I actually talked to him about being a shorter guy and confidence, and like me, he struggled with confidence when he was a younger guy due to his height, but he got into dancing and he got into style, and both of these passions gave him reasons to feel more confident. And I always say you can't just will confidence out of nowhere. You can't just be more confident. You have to give yourself reasons to feel confident, and Tim has done just that. Tim's channel is growing very quickly, so get in on it while he's still under, I don't know, 100,000 subscribers at the time of making this video at least. I expect Tim has a very bright future. And if you haven't seen the video that we did together about style for the shorter guy, definitely go check that one out. Links in description. Number 4, Alexander Leonidas. First off, that name. Alexander Leonidas. You know, he sounds like a character from the 300 movies. Alex's channel, Alpha Destiny, is another one of my favorite fitness channels, not only because Alex happens to be a shorter guy, I put him at about 5'6", but his advice is so good and it's delivered in such a straightforward way. He's also super strong, yoked as he would put it, and he has a focus on health. You know, he doesn't just say get bigger just to get bigger at the expense of your health and your organs. Alex really knows his stuff. You know, for example, he's been talking about training your neck for a long time. It's really popular now, but he's been talking about it for a long time. My favorite videos from him are probably his Q&As, where he takes questions from viewers and he just answers them in a very straightforward way. You're not aware of Alpha Destiny, of Alex's channel, definitely go check that out. One of the best fitness channels, and he happens to be a shorter guy. Number 5, Jordan OBrian. Jordan is another style YouTuber. He actually made a name for himself doing hairstyle tutorials, which makes sense. He has amazing hair and always has really nice haircuts. He knows how to style his hair too. And he was one of the first guys doing these like really cool cinematic hairstyle videos. And that's kind of how he got popular, but he also has a lot of really great fashion and vlog content too. I love the whole vibe of Jordan's channel. It's just very like laid back and positive, relaxing and upbeat. Jordan is much more experimental and fashion forward with his style compared to me, so you know, if you want to move beyond just the basic like how to dress well advice, I think you're really gonna like Jordan's content. Jordan is also the co-founder of Chapter, a men's hair products brand that's gotten a lot of popularity over the past couple of years. So if you're looking for some good hair products, you can go check out Chapter as well. Number 6, David Zhang. David, I hope I'm saying your last name correctly. David is a minimalist, a tech enthusiast, a gearhead, a design nerd, and he's one of the coolest, like, smaller YouTube channels that I know of. I say smaller, he's got a great following, and some of his videos have really blown up, but, you know, he doesn't have millions of subscribers or anything like that. I actually found David's channel when I was looking at, like, a piece of camera gear, and I think I found one of his reviews, and I just loved the whole, like, minimal, like, laid-back, clean aesthetic of his videos. And he just happened to mention that he was 5'6" in this video. I was like, oh, that's cool. But he does a lot of like desk setups, which like he's got a really like functional, clean workspaces. So if you're into that sort of thing, I think you'd really like his channel. He also talks a little bit about traveling and, you know, minimalist packing and which bags he carries. And he does gear reviews, and it's just a very cool kind of tech review gear channel that happens to be delivered from a guy that's on the shorter side. Number 7, Koi Nguyen. Again, Koi, apologies, I think I just butchered your last name, but Koi runs Gentleman Within, which is a YouTube channel about men's style. Koi does hauls, try-ons, product reviews, and lookbooks. I especially like his videos about the smart casual dress code. He simply nails the aesthetic, and that's really helpful for us because, you know, most of us don't work in like suit and tie offices. And so if you can really nail that smart casual aesthetic, you're gonna be miles ahead of everybody else who's just wearing like the blue button up and the khaki pants. So if you wanna step up your smart casual game, or if you just wanna follow another style YouTuber who happens to be a shorter guy, definitely go check out Gentleman Within. Number 8, Pete Sveen. I met Pete a few years back, and let me tell you, he is one of the best guys I know. He's just one of the nicest, most genuine guys. He's so humble, and you know, meeting him, you would have no idea that the man is like a business mogul. So his channel on YouTube is called DIY Pete, and he does all these crazy DIY projects. You know, everything from like really simple stuff to you know, like simple woodworking, how to build an end table for your living room, to very in-depth builds like concrete and plasma cutting and metalwork. For example, he's got one video where he makes a whiskey barrel coffee table, and he's got another video where he builds an ice rink in his backyard. When he's not building amazing furniture from scratch or renovating his Montana house, he enjoys flying his airplane around the country and riding around the Montana wilderness on snowmobiles. So just a really interesting guy, He happens to be about 5'7", so if you're into that DIY stuff or want to get a little more handy around your own house, definitely go check out DIY Pete. Okay, at number 9, last but certainly not least, Fly with Johnny Tai. I actually discovered Johnny's channel pretty recently, and I am loving it. From the quick editing to the humor to the slightly more fashion-forward outfits, Johnny's channel is just really different and really cool. He covers everything from how to wear cargo pants and hoodies to basic streetwear styling and self-improvement. His stuff is definitely geared toward the younger guy. I'm not saying older guys won't enjoy the channel. I'm in my mid-30s and I love his channel, but if you're a younger guy, you're gonna feel like he's speaking directly to you. Johnny's about 5'7", and like everything, his philosophy is just to suck it up. It's like you can't change your height, so focus on your style, focus on your fitness, and do the best with what you have. I love this outlook. That is exactly my mindset too, and so I definitely recommend checking out Fly with Johnny Tai. All right, guys, I hope this video gave you some ideas for YouTube channels to follow if you're not already following them. If you're a shorter guy, I think you're gonna love these channels, but really anybody should follow these channels because it's just great advice delivered from great guys. So links to everything I've talked about down in the description. And I'd love to know, who are your favorite shorter YouTubers? Who did I miss? Let me know down in the comments section. Thank you as always for watching, and until next time, stay stylish. Whether you want to start your own fashion blog or build an online store or just strengthen your personal brand, you need a website. I love my website, themodestman.com, because unlike YouTube or Instagram, I can control every part of my website. I actually own it. Thousands of people visit themodestman.com every day, and it's a huge part of my brand. I think the best websites have a couple things going for them. First, they have a fantastic user experience. This means an intuitive layout and design, beautiful imagery, and easy to navigate pages. If you use an award-winning designer template from Squarespace as the starting point for your site, you don't have to worry about user experience. It's gonna be solid. Second, a great website has great content. The best articles are helpful, entertaining, and full of engaging images. Now, I'll be honest with you, publishing high-quality content takes a lot of time. But here's the good news. Since Squarespace provides 24/7 customer support via live chat and email, you won't have to spend hours trying to fix technical website issues. Instead, you can focus on serving your audience by producing great content. So if you've been thinking about starting a blog or online business, and I think you should, now's the time to take action. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/modest to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Again, that's squarespace.com/modest for 10% off your first purchase.